Hey there nation, welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and we are back with another edition of Back to the Primitive. These are a series of videos that are dedicated to the building as well as painting of our Bonesplitterz army made up of Savage Orcs for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warhammer Fantasy Battle. And as you can see here, we are now looking at our fully completed warband that we're actually creating. My friends and I are actually going to play a Warhammer Age of Sigmar Path to Glory campaign. And to do that, we're using different warbands, and they're all going to be based on Orcs and Goblin warbands, and this is our latest one. This group is called the People Eataz, which are basically our Bonesplitterz Warband for our upcoming campaign. So we're going to talk about each of the units that are involved inside this. We're going to talk about our design scheme, what we came up with the idea for them, and pretty much what the layout is for all the different different characters and different units and stuff. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this on. Alright, so first of all, we're going to talk about our characters real quick. So as you can see here, we are using Bonesplitterz miniatures, or Savage Orc miniatures, from Games Workshop. And the very first two that we have here are two characters. These are our Savage Orc Warboss. This guy is just kit bashed together from some spare Savage Orc kits, as you can see here. This is our Warboss. This guy is called Papa Shango is his name. He is the leader of the People Eataz, and as you can see, he's got like this beautiful lime green kind of skin tone that we went with. When we were experimenting with Orcs and Goblins, I originally kind of paint them up with like a palm kind of olive green color from my Orcs and Goblins, but I was always thought that was too flat. And then when I was painting up my my friend's kill team for the Kill Team Chronicles Waaaghpokeylipz Now, I noticed that the lime green color we used for the Burner Boys came out really cool, and it kind of popped. So that's exactly what we did here. So if you zoom in here. Let me see if I can focus a little bit here, a little bit better. No, actually, that's the best it's going to get. But as you can see here, it has like this lime green color for him. As you can see, he's also got war paint. He's got a pink war paint, magenta war paint, as well as blue war paint, as well as yellow war paint to represent the three different tribes that make up this warband. And the story for this guy is that he basically took a femur from a giant and carved it up to make it into a giant big stabba. And that Papa Shango is so strong that he could actually wield it like a weapon and just slice up fools with it. And of course, he's got his bone shiv flipping everyone the bird. So that is the Savage Orc big boss that's involved in this group. Up next is our Waaaghpokeylipz. As you can see, this character, this guy is called Bonesplitterz is his name. He is the Waaaghpokeylipz for this tribe. I'm going to get zoomed in here real quick so you guys can get a better look at him. This is our tribe's Waaaghpokeylipz, and as you can see, he came out very, very cool. The head, if you notice, is a skull. And the reason why his head is a skull is because what we did is we actually took the skull from a bone thumper. Let me go and just zoom in right here in the back here. Up in the front, you can see they have that skull there that the bone thumpers use, which are basically the drummers for the Savage Orcs. What we did is we just took that head, carved off the arm, and just kind of sculpted the side of the head real quick to make a complete head, and threw a top knot on the top, and this is our Waaaghpokeylipz. And as you can see, he also has yellow, magenta, as well as blue war paint to match up with the different warbands that make up the People Eataz. So that is our Waaaghpokeylipz. And so that is the first character we have. So with that guy done with, let's go and talk about the next group. And the next group is back here. These guys are the Twang Twang. The Twang Twang are a squad of 10 Savage Orcs with bows. And as you can see from these guys, they're very, very cool looking. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see it better. Go ahead and focus here real fast. I'm using the DSLR that we use for our photos. I'm trying to use that for the videos on these, so like if it comes out a little amateurish, I do apologize. But as you can see, these guys are amazing looking. One of the things I love about these Bonesplitterz and Savage Orc miniatures is the amount of character these guys have. Like, look at them. Look at the expressions and the musculature. And you can see like the icons they carry. Let me get zoomed in real quick. There we go. As you see there, we got that little bone totems and stuff like that. So these guys are the Twang Twang, and the reason why they're called the Twang Twang is because that is what a noise makes when you fire a bow and arrow. You can't say Daka Daka because they're not shooting guns. As you can see, these are just 10 Savage Orcs who are armed with bows, and as you can tell, their color scheme that they use is yellow. This is yellow war paint. So if you're wondering why some of these orcs are painted yellow, it's to represent the different color war paint that they use to separate the different tribes. And then of course we have bone, of course, because Bonesplitterz pretty much dress themselves up in hides and bone. And we also use kind of like a teal color to mark as an accent piece for all the cords and the strings and the ropes and stuff like that that kind of holds their army together. And that right there is the Twang Twang. Up next, we have another tribe that we're talking about next. Let me go zoom out real quick. We're going to focus on these guys here, the spear-wielding members of the group. Again, zoom in real quick and focus real fast. There we go. These guys are known as the Waaaghpokeylipz, is what they're called. The Waaaghpokeylipz are the spear-wielding Savage Orcs in this group. As you can see, we painted them up with the same lime green kind of color scheme that we get going on, and also their war paint is magenta in color, is what we use for them. And for their accent color, we use red, like a bright corn red kind of color, to represent the different strings and ropes and stuff like that they use for their characters. And so that's what we have for these guys. And these guys look very, very fierce. And I like the fact that these guys are all magenta colored out. And you can see they have their little totem here. Let me get zoomed in. So you can see they got the little totem that they carry there with that. And we use bone color, of course. And then, of course, the next tribe that we have is very back here in the back. These guys are the Waaaghpokeylipz. And the Waaaghpokeylipz are just Savage Orc boys armed with choppas as well as shields. As you see, they're marked out with blue war paint. Same lime green color scheme, and their accent color is a bright pink. That's what we use for them. Now, people are wondering why I put pink on orcs. And the reason why I put pink on orcs is because, why not? You try to question a Savage Orc about their choice in colors, you're just going to smash your face in with a stone axe, and that will be the end of it. So those makes up basically most of the infantry units that we have. In the back, we also have big stabbas. So you can see we have a big stabba here. This one is painting up the same colors as the Twang Twang to represent these guys members of that tribe. We then have a second big stabba over here, painted up with the magenta war paint colors of the Waaaghpokeylipz with the red accent. And then finally we have a third big stabba, which over here on the right hand side, these guys are marked down blue for the Waaaghpokeylipz. As you can see that they got the blue as well as the magenta pink. So yeah. This is our Savage Orc Warband, the People Eaters, for the upcoming Waaaghpokeylipz Now Path to Glory campaign we're running for Age of Sigmar, where it's all just orcs and goblins. So that's good for this one, you guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. You guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, as well as blogger.com for all the latest and greatest news about our hobby. That's good for this one, you guys. You guys stay classy. Peace out.